Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we're going to be unboxing the latest addition to my Corgi vintage Chipperfields Circus collection. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's take a look. Okay then, so here we are, and very much looking forward to getting this one out. It was the pictures certainly did make it look extremely nice condition, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I have bought off this particular die-cast dealer in the past. There we are, Dave Kerno is his name, and he does all sorts of die-cast stuff. And, nicely packed here. It's what you like to see, isn't it? And there is the die-cast, quite a biggie. This is a real gift, this one. Gift to myself, that is. But no, it's one of the larger ones in the Corgi Chipperfields range. And I'll just pop that box over there a moment. And we'll carefully get it out of the packaging. So I've done a very good job keeping this one nicely protected in transit, which is what you want really, isn't it? This is excellent packaging. And I have to say, having got into the world of collecting die-casts, on the whole, dealers are really excellent with the way that they package their die-casts. And I don't just mean the Corgi, I mean the Matchbox dealers have been very good as well. So nothing to complain about there. Let's get this one out. Hey, looking rather nice. The horses are separate, so you can see which one it is. Lovely. Look at that. Circus horse transporter with horses. Lovely. And the horses are there. So let me readjust the camera and zoom right in on that one. Okay then, wow, what a piece. So we'll keep the horses boxed up, or bagged up rather, for now. And let's get the toy out. So this end is the end that's open. Look at this. They've really done a good job there, covering the actual die-cast. And this one does come on a base, and it's got the card surround as well, which is quite unusual. So let's get it out first of all. There we are. And you can see inside the box there, it's got the original cardboard surround, which I'm actually going to leave in there because I don't need to get that out, because that's how I'm going to keep this one stored. So I'm going to have the box on display in the cabinet, and the die-cast itself on the base in front of it. At least that's my plan. Let's lift this right out completely, I think, for now. There we are. I think we've got all the bits of paper there. So very well wrapped up. As I said, I've had items from Dave Kerno before, some Matchbox ones, and they were really excellently wrapped and in great condition, and this is no exception. So I don't think this is really going to need much in the way of cleaning. He did say it was, this was by far the best one that was available online when I went looking for it, and I do really only want these in like tip-top condition, really. So I don't think that there's going to be much in the way of any sort of dirt at all on this one, but we will do what we can. See, I think there's a little bit of dirt in there. So what I've got, I tend to use this super soft, very old toothbrush. So it's not rough bristles, but it does sort of get into little areas which I otherwise might not be able to get into. So that's all I'm going to do there. And there's another compartment on the other side, and obviously this is where the horses are supposed to go. I mean, I can't see any sort of real signs of dust, like this one's been out of its box. But sometimes, as the dust would fall down, it would sort of go on the like the wheel arches and things like that. In fact, possibly there is some dust on there. Now this is the one on the other side here, and you can sort of see at least I can see where there is some dust that's sort of settled there. Very, very minor though. Just looking at, I don't know if you can quite spot it, but a little bit of like, not sure if that's dust or what there. So what I can do, I've got a very soft duster, and I'll put some Mr. Sheen on one corner, like so. I dab that in a little bit. So I've got like a little damp patch. And I put this screwdriver underneath, and I'll guide it just into that bit to see if it's dirt or if it's a bit of paint. And I think that was a bit of paint, and there's a little bit on the step there as well. So I'm just going to do the same thing again. It's a really, really tricky bit to get to. Yeah, there we are. So it was dirt of some sort, maybe historical. And I'm also going to put my, as you can see there is a layer of dust. I'm going to put my toothbrush in there. And I'm also going to do that from the other side. So there is a little bit of dust that's accumulated. Very, very minor indeed. There we are. Yeah, it's funny. It's around the wheel arches. That is, you know, where you do tend to pick this up. But apart from that, I have to say, this is absolutely minters, isn't it? Corgi Major articulated horse box. So the doors, they lift up and down like that. Lovely. Let's pop that over to one side for a moment. So we got this is the base. Now Corgi would do that often, and usually around the circles is where you get the wear, where the vehicle's been on and off. And sometimes you would get like little leaflets slipped in there, like join the Corgi club and things like that. You know, there isn't anything in there on this particular one. Whether it actually came with it, don't know. But apart from that, I think it actually sits on that base quite well. And I'm thinking that's how I'm gonna display it, I think. Don't know, I quite like having that there because it adds another layer to it. And I could still have it like that with the horses sort of coming down. Let me lower the camera a little bit so you get a different view of it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm a little bit unsure because I sort of want it out with the cab slightly at an angle, possibly. So I'm not sure about quite how I'm going to display it yet. But if I put the actual model to one side, let's take a look at the box art. In fact, we're going to need a little bit more room there. So it is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It's a really, really nice example. There's little bits of stress lines there. It's got a 21 and 6, so I guess that's 21 shillings and sixpence was the original price on this one for 1130. And this one came with six circus horses, spring suspension, articulated and detachable cab. So the cab actually does come off, but I'm not going to do that with mine. So I'm just going to do it at this end because it's absolutely fantastic. And having the inner inside has kept this particular example really quite robust, which is what we want, isn't it? So pop that over there, and let's have a look at the 6 horses there, which Dave packed separately. Now these are going to be quite fiddly, I think, in my cabinet for them to actually stay upright. I wonder if they're all going to be behaving themselves or not. There we are. So I can see tiny, and I mean tiny, little bits of wear, say on that one, a little bit just on like the legs and that, but I don't think we got much to worry about here. So I'll just give them all a very swift brush. And I think I'm going to have like 4 of them will be, it'll be like the picture, most of them will be in the actual transporter itself, and I'll have a couple loose, I think. But yeah, that is fantastic. A really nice vintage addition to my my Chipperfields Circus collection. I'm really pleased with that. I do, as a rule, only want these if they're in as good a condition as I can possibly find them. They were very common, and they sold an awful lot of units back in the day. Let's see, that one doesn't stand up very well. So the Chipperfields Circus range in general is not hard to pick up, but finding it in nice condition is proven tough, and I would particularly like to find one of the 2 different circus model gift sets, the starter sets. I'd particularly like to find those, and I wouldn't mind paying a decent premium if the box and the contents were really tip-top shape. So if you come across them or see them online, or you know if a set's coming up for auction, do give me a shout, and I'd appreciate the heads up. Anyway, let's go ahead now and have a look at both my Chipperfields Circus models side by side. I've got the giraffe transporter as well on display in my cabinet. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed taking that look at my latest Chipperfields Circus edition. It is fantastic. I'm really pleased with that one. It's beautiful. Really pleased with that. If you have enjoyed today's video, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage diecast content, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.